Hey guys, it's Ronnie here. Hope you guys had a great day today. In this video, I'm going to show you some principles I use in my trading, which I think would be very helpful for you. Nothing too complicated, just a few principles to keep in mind while trading, while analyzing your charts, and I think they will really help you to have an understanding of where you are in the market, where the market is going, so that you can position yourself accordingly, or just to have an understanding of what is going on at the moment. Now, the first thing I want to talk about with you guys is the weekly positioning, right? Not in the sense that I usually position myself in the weekly chart, or that I trade the weekly chart, but in the sense that I like to take um, some good, let's say some good A to B movements, and this is 2 weeks actually of movement right here. Because if now we go to the weekly time frame and we zoom in right here, we have the A point beginning with lows of this weekly candle right here, and possibly ending with highs of the current week highs. Right now, the thing to keep in mind here is the direction, right? Because on the weekly, what we want to find out where we are at the moment and where we are going forward, right? So this is what I mean with an A to B movement. Right now, it usually happens this way, right? You have A to B, right? In the same week, you have A to B here going down, A to B here going down, right? And it is not really just the body of the candle, because um, as always, we really like to get active very, very high in the chart, right? Because we like to buy low and sell high, right? As we always say. So the A starts really from the beginning of the week. As a matter of fact, the A to B starts from the uh, very high point to the very low going down, and to the very low to the very high last higher price um, in the weekly chart. Now, the thing to keep in mind here is not the fact that we are looking to take the whole A to B movement, right? This is not what we are looking to, right? But we are looking, first of all, at the direction, right? Where the market is pointing in the week we are at right now. So this is the first step. The following step is, of course, trying to take out of the market as much as possible from that A to B movement, right? And that's also a not so easy job to do while trading, right? Because we know in trading there are different moments to our operativity. The first one is, of course, the analysis. We really need to be precise with our entries, right? We don't really need um, sniper type of movements, right? Like buying absolute lows or selling absolute highs. And the fact here is we don't really need to, take absolute low points, in the buying, and selling absolute high points, right? So basically, what we're looking at here is to take some of that movement, right? Now, how much of that is a matter of choice, right? Like everything you do, because you are the end result of your choices in life in general, but this is especially true in trading, right? I mean, um, you clicking buy or sell too soon or too late, it may result in loss or in a lost opportunity, right? So it is all a matter of choice, right? Like how much you want to ride the movement, how much you want um, to take out of this movement. But as a matter of fact, if you have well printed into your mind what your possible B point, right, uh, in this weekly perspective will be, you will be much more keen to extract profits from the market and be on the right side of it, right? Like in this case, I was really buying down these zones and riding them up, right? Now, I didn't really have one only position down here, and which I have still open, right? But that's just because this was not what I choose to do, right? There were multiple reasons to that, right? Which I'm not going to look at right now. But as a matter of fact, that was it, right? But what really made me able to extract profits from these movements was the fact that I had really well printed into my mind the where these weekly candles were going, right? Where and I knew that even if there was some fluctuations in the uh, in the lower time frames, eventually where price was going to be was higher, right? And so you see, by keeping this in mind, right, by simplifying it to an A to B movement this way, um, I was really not influenced by the underlying um, conditions of the moves, right? We had much more probability to go higher, right, than lower, and by being supported by the structure of the price, I was always looking to take buys, right? Now, was it possible to also have selling positions and possibly make a profit from that? That's sure, right? To keep it very very simple, I was not really looking at these selling points, right? At these selling opportunities, because during this whole week and also the following one was basically that we were going to make higher points in price, right? By doing so, I really had no doubt we were going up, and so this made it much simpler for me to follow along with price and really not let's say not sabotage myself, right? In the sense that I was not overcomplicating it for myself and just keeping it this simple, right? We are going up. I'm looking only for um, buying opportunities because I know this way I'm, let's say, side to side. I'm going side to side with, let's say, the big guys, right? Because of course this movement is a result of this huge buying flow of orders, right? Because as you know, the market, every market is a flow, is a constant flow of buying and selling um, orders, right? This is my day-to-day concern, right? Trying to understand where we are going, and this really, again, is to make it very, very simple for me. And by simplifying, I feel like I really cut out all the noise, and I'm looking at something specific, right? I have no doubt in what will happen. By keeping that in mind, this way, you can really extract much more than you would do if you didn't look at that, right? And this is something I have really been experimenting during my let's say career or my path. And guys, you see here, the fact is, no matter what type of trader you are, um, you may be a scalper, you may scalp the swing, or half and half, something like that. It doesn't matter really, right? This is a logic that everyone can use, can use in their favor. And we never do our trading on the weekly time frame, right? And this is something I really don't do. This is something I really don't do not advise, but it really is necessary to find out these A to B movement, and the overall path of the price. All right, guys. So now by jumping on the daily time frame, you can see another, let's say, point of view about that A to B movement I showed you before, right? So from here to here, the week we are currently in are about 208 pips, let's say. Um, and the fact here is you do not need to take them all, right? You don't need to make 208 pips or 250 pips uh, to be profitable, right? You may need, I mean, here you can do whatever you want, right? I mean, whether it be Forex, whether it be the FX market, like in this case, whether it is the crypto market, whatever, right? You choose, you basically put in place rules that help you take home as much as possible. There is really no right or wrong here, right? I will talk about that about the profit taking system maybe in another video for you guys, and that's basically all for it, right? I mean, if you look here at every movement, you would have been able really to take much out of the market by thinking this way. Now, the thing here again is like everything you hear, right, about the markets, every thing you hear or learn, it's basically just a tool you really need to implement into a system, right? Into a well-studied, well-back-tested system for you guys, which really works for you, right? I mean, we all here share something, right? Share something that works for us, um, and uh, it will work for you also. But in order for you to accept it fully, right? Because remember what I said in my last video, trading is really mental, it's really personal, right? And in order for you, for your brain to really work well with these principles, with every principle, you really need your brain to make these principles its own, right? And what I mean by that uh, is that your brain really needs to accept these principles, right? And you accept them slowly, and that's the fact, right? Especially if you have some knowledge as background, right? Some previous knowledge, maybe that differs from uh, from from what I'm saying here, or from what someone else is saying. And of course, you need first of all to understand if this is something you want, right? And maybe this is the first step before before backtesting, and before really making your brain accept these principles.